Every artist hits a moment where the question isn't how do I grow, it's what do I stand for now. This is our third time sitting down with King Topher, but this conversation marks a real next chapter. Because what started as a private prayer call for the music industry back in 2018 has quietly evolved into his latest project, Rave Jesus. At its core, this isn't about changing lanes. It's about expanding the mission, taking everything he's built in dance music and asking a bigger question. What does it look like when purpose, faith, and club culture exist in the same space? Rave Jesus reflects a desire to see God's presence permeate every corner of the music world. Regardless of what you believe, we have all felt something special on the dance floor. Today, we're unpacking the strategy, the responsibility, and the reality of stepping into a new chapter, creatively, professionally, and publicly. It is my pleasure to welcome back to the show my dear old friend, King Topher.
I think it's my second time on.
No.
We've done one before.
No, that's not true. We've definitely done two. I think you've done three. You did one when you were
one in person.
One in person. You did one when you were in Amsterdam.
I think that was the last one.
We did. Oh, no. Okay. So we did the one when you were playing the event at Cerise Rooftop.
Yep.
Right. And then we did one in Amsterdam.
Well, I was in Amsterdam.
When you were in Amsterdam. And then I think we did one more, didn't we?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm always like, bro, it's been forever. And we're like, yeah, it has been forever.
Well, now it's perfect timing.
Hey, there's a lot to talk about right now.
I should do like a little like history of, because we go way back.
I mean, I was thinking about it today. When did we officially meet? Because we didn't go to high school together.
No, but you knew the Garveys. Dave Garvey or Matt
Yep.
Garvey? It was Dave.
Matt came
right?
to my show in Nashville last month.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep. It was so fun seeing him.
My mom just saw him recently. He's doing great. He's a real estate agent out there now.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so cool. He was my lacrosse coach. So you knew the Garveys really well.
Yep.
And I remember I did youth group with the Garveys long time ago at ZPC.
Yep.
And
man, ZPC, OG,
yeah,
OG.
ZPC, they just built a new entrance at the front.
I know.
It's crazy.
I was just in Indy and I saw it and I was like, wow.
It's wild.
It's actually, it looks,
How about the
it looks
Shake
beautiful.
Shack across the street
Dude,
now?
And there's a kava. There's all this stuff. Dude, I drove by, like, part of my heart, part of it was just like, this breaks my heart because it was that beautiful farm, that little red farmhouse
of course.
there. It's the most like quintessential, like old school
heading into
Midwest.
Zionsville, you're gonna
And
go
now
past
it's just
Lions
like
Park. Yeah.
fast food options everywhere, but there's a
Literally.
Shake Shack. So
I know. I was like, what world am I living in that Shake Shack is now across from ZPC? I'm like,
on Sundays they're gonna get so much business.
is that something that's kind of like, in a weird way, like when I see the growth of restaurants, like even like Portillo's being in like Minneapolis and LA and stuff. Like I've lived in Chicago for 10 years now, but like I went to the first Shake Shack and even the first Five Guys a long time ago. The first Five Guys was in DC. The first Shake Shack was in New York, and my uncle took me to the Shake Shack in New York. I remember we waited in line for like an hour. It's just one of those long lines, and now Shake Shack is everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
And I'm like, wow, I've like been on Earth a while to like see the
They
expansion.
had one in Amsterdam. It was called Burger and Shake, but it was the same branding and everything.
Wait. Is it like, so I went to ADE and they put ADE Lab in Wester Park this year. Was it over in that area?
No, it's over. Man, it's on the east, a little bit south.
Okay.
There's a venue over there though it's like right up the street that people play at somewhat regularly. I'm going to blank it. I can't remember the name of the venue, but a lot of DJs play there during ADE.
Yeah.
And I used to live not very far from there.
That's like real Amsterdam. Like where the people of Amsterdam live, not like where the tourists exist.
No, well, I mean, I live in 3 different areas, and all of them I'd say like are real Amsterdam, but just where the tourists are. I lived there for 5 years, and I was almost never in those areas.
Exactly.
Almost never.
That's like Times Square for Amsterdam. Like
Right.
people are like, no one's actually there.
The more central you go into Amsterdam, the more touristy it gets, and so, yeah.
I went to Utrecht when I went. Have you been there?
Yeah, I have.
That was awesome.
It's Utrecht.
Utrecht. I went into like the mall, which was like, it still feels like America kind of, because like it's obviously very modern there. But you're like walking around and like everyone's speaking Dutch and like the names of the food and everything, and you're like, I am not in Amsterdam right now. Like,
it's Utrecht's so cute though. It's like a smaller, quaint, more quaint version of Amsterdam.
Yeah, it was cool to actually get out of Amsterdam.
Yeah, because I mean, there's the Dutch will tell you, like, there's Amsterdam, then there's the rest of the country, then there's the Netherlands, because it's a different world. It's like even the cities, like none of them are like Amsterdam.
And when you were living there, had you met your wife yet? Because I know you guys met at that wedding in Fort Wayne, was it?
Yeah, in 2012.
In 2012. So when did you move to Amsterdam then?
Summer of 2017.
Okay, so you're in Chicago before then.
Yeah. Well, I was in Chicago from like in 2008 to 2007, 2008, and then 2010 to 2015.
Okay.
Was Chicago.
Right.
2015 to 2017 was England.
Yep.
And then 2017 to 2020, end of 2021 was Amsterdam.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then to Redding.
Then to Redding, California.
And how's Redding treating you right now?
It's good, man. It's a great place to have young kids. And we got a cute little house, a nice big backyard for the boys to run around in. And it's always sunny.
It's always sunny?
It's the second sunniest city in America.
Behind what, like Denver?
Is it Yuma in Arizona?
Yuma?
I think so.
Yeah, I know Yuma.
Yeah, it's the sunniest city in California for sure. I believe it's the second one in America.
How did you guys end up on Redding?
Friends. There's a church out there, and got to know some people, and we popped out there in November of 2020. Because stuff in Amsterdam kind of got intense with COVID.
Right.
And we were like, all right, let's get out of here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we went visiting friends, and COVID did not exist, and it was lovely. So we were going to the gym, going to getting coffee and all these things. And
great coffee there too, right? You told me.
Oh, bro, it's legit world-class coffee.
You hear that? Visit Redding.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sponsored. I'm an official spokesperson. No, Evergreen Coffee Shop in Redding. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And and so then we had end up spending like a month there, and then as we left, I was like, we should buy a house out here.
Yeah,
because it was like an investment property, and so we did. We bought
it.
We bought it over the internet, and then we had our first son. We're like, let's move out there. So we did.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and it's it's the complete opposite of Amsterdam. So Amsterdam was culture everywhere, beautiful. You ride your bike everywhere, all this stuff, great food, all these different things, but not my favorite people.
Yeah.
And then in Redding's like it's complete opposite, like the best people, but there's like very little culture, very little good food, all the things. But but it's a great place for like a young family. It's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know too, your wife is Australian, so I feel you guys have like, it's just funny to end up in a place like Redding, you know, like. I
don't know how much longer we'll be there. We keep having these conversations of just I don't know. I think we'll always own property there.
Smart.
But I don't know how long we'll be there. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this year's a lot is going to change. I don't know if it means like we're going to move from Redding, but I just feel like
Does she like America?
She likes a lot about it. There's stuff that frustrates her too.
For sure.
But I would say the same for any country I've ever been to.
Absolutely.
There's pros and cons to all of them.
I remember when you were telling me.
But there's no, like, the one thing she'll say is you'll just never have the opportunities like you have in America anywhere else. Yeah. It's just it legitimately is just different in the mindset and the opportunities to build what you can do with your career, all these things. Like there's because she was like her job that she worked for a TV show called The Chosen, which is like one of the biggest TV shows in the world.
I forgot that. So cool.
And she's like, oh, we would never have this in Australia.
No.
And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, it's just I'm not going to turn this into like a political rant but like we are definitely not a perfect country, but my gosh, we do things in ways that like allow us to dream and build in ways that no other country does. And I hope we continue to value that because it's truly special, like the opportunities that we have in this country.
I always tell like American DJs that I know that are like frustrated with opportunities or whatever, and like I just want you to be reminded of how powerful the U.S. passport is, and how hard it is for people to want to come here, foreigners, like as artists, even Canadians.
Get that O1
like,
visa for $15K.
Mexicans, Europe, yeah, dude, it's like hard to get a visa, right? And like, there's so much money here. There's not like what 400 million people in America or something like that, right?
I think it's like 350-ish, or depending on like documented, undocumented,
That's
whatever.
true, yeah,
like,
yeah, that's true.
All these different numbers, but
yeah,
I think it's like around 330 to 350.
Yeah, so like if you think about that number and how many people are like just contributing to like our economy and shit, like there's just like a lot of people are busting their ass off. And I remember you telling me about like the culture in Amsterdam. Like it was nice, you know, but like nobody was working. And like I had friends that moved from Chicago to San Diego because they were like, I want to get to warmer weathers. They came back because they're like, dude, no, I'm not sure when people work. And like Chicago, you know, is like we're grinding it out.
There's also like the Midwest is just also a little bit different too.
That's true. That's very
There's like
true.
a very hardworking mentality. Which, you know, growing up in Indiana, and you know, there's no like favors granted to you because you're in Indiana. No. People kind of look down upon, oh, the Midwest, it's flyover states. You're like, nah. One, there's a lot of great people, but two, like people work hard, and if you can take that character and apply it to whatever you want to do. Like, you know, I live in California, and you're like, man, I don't know if we got some of you guys here know what hard work is. You want to just go float around in the ocean on the beach all day.
Oh my God, I know.
Hey, it's beautiful, but then don't expect like things to happen.
I always joke about that with like my California friends. I'm like, they're like, don't want to plan in advance. They like don't want to commit. I'm like, why? I'm like, what is the problem with planning in advance? They're like, I don't know, dude. I might be surfing. I'm like, fuck, man. Well, I'm not surfing. You think I'm surfing?
Nope. There's snow on the ground, so I got nothing else to do. So I might as well stay in the studio and work on music today.
I know.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's definitely different, but I appreciate it. It's been so cool for me, especially like I feel like now I'm getting to a point where, you know, like I have a gig that's taking me to Hawaii, and like
so cool.
That's the goal, right? Like a lot of times, well, what I really love in life is people and traveling. And it's just been a real blessing that I'm living in a timeline in which one of my biggest passions is entertaining through music, that like all I need is like the CDJs in the mixer and a USB, and that can take me all around the world. And like, I think that's incredible.
It is.
And it's like, we're living in a timeline in which that's only existing now, you know, like it in the last 20 years, sure.
Yeah.
But like, what's the next 20 years look like for that too? It's crazy.
I think about when I first started DJing, it was on, you know, actual turntables. You had to buy your each song for like between $10 and $20, depending on where depending on where the record was pressed and if it was imported or not. And so one, you had to love every single record that was in your record box. There was no like, I don't know, we'll grab it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like but just I think about like if I had to travel and tour back then like I do now, and you have to like lug around just cases of records and all this. I'm like, dude, really I show up, and I've got friends that are in bands and they tour. I'm like, man, that sounds miserable. I show up with a USB stick and headphones, and I can
that's it
rock up, and that it's just game on. And
you
they're
got a
like,
backpack,
they got to like all their stuff and like a tour manager, and like there's 4 of them in the band, and I'm like, yo, that's we have it so good in dance music to just show up and be like, bam, CDJs are here, sweet.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go.
There's not really a lot of overhead. Like you don't have to split the bill. Like it's just literally, it's like, hey, this guy's coming and he's gonna kill it, and that's it.
Yep.
And we'll book you anywhere in the world. Like the fact that it's the same equipment in Japan as it is in California, as it is in, you know, Argentina. Like,
thank you, Pioneer.
Thank you,
Alpha Theta now.
Theta.
But Pioneer, thank you for being everywhere.
Thank you for being everywhere.
Thank you.
And speaking of everywhere, you have been everywhere, and you're here in Chicago because it's one of the last shows on the Rave Jesus tour.
Yep.
And I just want to tell you, man, how awesome it has been to see this like chapter unfold for you in your career as someone that's been following you for so long. I tell you this every time, like you've just been my number one inspiration.
That's cool.
I didn't have anybody else to look up to when I became a DJ, and there was always, that's why I should have, in the beginning, Garvey said, you got to get in touch with Topher. And I think we started messaging on Facebook, but I met you at that one day at Cerie's Rooftop, actually.
Yeah.
It was like a Corona Electric Beach Party.
Oh man, that was 2016.
Long time ago.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
It was a fun show. It was awesome. And just to kind of like see you in person, killing it, doing your thing, playing your music, and then of course all of the accolades that you had after Tomorrowland main stage, all of the musical success you've had with releases, and then doing Bring the Kingdom, right? And then like the King Topher, like going from King Arthur to King Topher, all the funny stories that came, all the funny stories that came along with that. And then
most expensive name change.
Most expensive name change ever. But now doing something that is so clearly filling you up and even more importantly, making a lot of people happy is Rave Jesus tour. So I just wanted to first and foremost tell you congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We were talking about it before we went live, how important it is to like experience the highs and lows before you really have any levels of success.
Yeah.
And I guess how's it been for you? Like, has it been a little, I don't want to say unexpected because you always hope for the best, but like to see the success of this tour and how you've really leveled up as an artist, a performer, but brought a lot of your experience from all your years as a DJ too into the fold.
Yeah, I mean, just with the whole project, I'm constantly surprised.
Yeah.
It was never like the end game.
No.
This was never like part of the plan.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Rave Jesus, it started in 2018. There's like a prayer call. It's me and two friends. We'd hop on every week. We'd just pray for the industry and pray for people in the industry and stuff like that. So there was no intention of it ever becoming more than that.
Yeah.
And then it turned into what it is. And so I feel like I'm constantly just surprised because this was literally the last thing in my mind of like it becoming what it has.
Yeah.
And you know, I guess I've been able to do some really incredible things. And when you've done kind of like your dream checklist, like, you know, everything just feels like a win afterwards. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have new goals and new aspirations and things like that, but yeah, the whole project's just been surprising. And I think there's been this side of me where I think maybe I love it so much is because none of what worked before in like the previous projects applies to this.
Yep.
And so I feel like I'm this like kid learning the whole thing over again.
That's awesome.
And you know how all the, you know, the King Arthur stuff, King Topher stuff was built even before then the Topher Jones stuff, like none of that applies. The only thing that's the same is making quality music. But how you build your career it's just a whole different world.
Yeah.
And so it's been exciting to kind of figure out the new game of how do you get people to care about your music and show up to shows. And, you know, in the previous world, it was make good music, get them on the right labels, and then you kind of climb, you know, it's like the piggyback game that people would play. And I was fortunate to have records on labels that were like the hottest thing at the moment multiple times, and then build your career. And, you know, the songs did really well and crushed it, and that's amazing. But like we were talking about in the car, I don't know if I could do hard ticket touring, you know, even with all that stuff going on back then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to sell the amount of tickets then that I'm selling now for this project. And there's no big hit song. Like, I mean, I had over 200 million streams for the King Arthur. Like, that's a lot of streams.
That's a lot of streams.
And there's, I mean, I think I'm at like, I don't know, 8 million streams for this project.
Yeah.
But
so really good.
Sure. But it's selling way more tickets.
Yeah.
Way more growth on social media, way more interaction. There's actual fans.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's not like I was just a cog in this wheel of the world of dance music of like anyone can kind of fit in and plug in and just kind of experience that world. This is being built completely on its own. There's no one's coming to save it. No one's coming to help.
Yeah.
It's like this own lane. And so it's been super humbling and the most like satisfying thing at the same time.
Oh man.
Because you're like, man, you know, tonight we'll have probably 475 to 500 people at the show in Chicago.
That's a lot more than a lot of shows, man.
First ever show in Chicago for Rave Jesus. It's like nobody is coming other than like they want to come to a Rave Jesus show. And to think, wow, that's a lot of people saying tonight I'm going to plan my night around coming to see this thing.
Yeah.
So,
because it is more than like the artist, right? Like
it's a whole movement,
yeah.
You know, and I think that's part of what is attractive to people is it isn't just another project of songs. You know, there's a mission, there's a heart behind it, and people feel like they're a part of something way bigger than just music being played at an event.
Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite parts about it is the places that you're going to. You know, obviously, like we've said it a million times, we're from Zionsville, Indiana, right? Like people haven't even heard of Indianapolis sometimes, right? Yeah. And we know that there's real culture, real people in these cities. And I always talk about like, don't overlook these flyover states. Don't overlook Columbus. Don't overlook Indy, Minneapolis, like Milwaukee, like Sacramento, like all these places where there are real communities and real people with less going on in these cities, right? And you're catering to them in a way that they haven't been catered to before because, as you know, dance music is everywhere. It's been around for a lot longer than people know.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, Axwell produced Lady Gaga's album and Chami was a part of that, right? And, like, how Diplo has produced a lot of Dua Lipa's hit records, right? All pop music is made by electronic dance music producers. So whether people know it or not, they like dance music more than they might say they do, right? A lot of these places are like, we don't like country music. We don't like rock and roll. It's like, actually, I think you like EDM. You just don't realize it yet.
Yeah.
And then when you bring it into the fold with how you've positioned Rave Jesus, which is this experience, which is what so many of us crave these days, it's just been, I don't know, it's just awesome to see, man, how you're going to all these places where people would never think to do a electronic show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... The whole thing is, I feel like I'm constantly learning, and every market's a new learning experience. There's no proof of concept in any of these markets. So you go in blind being like, well, this could be awesome or this could tank. And, you know, we have some idea because I can look at Laylo and kind of figure out, like, based on the amount of signups we have in this city or whatever, we'll probably get to this number or something like, you know.
Yeah.
It's starting to like level out. It's like you can kind of understand based on signups like where you're going to get to ticket sale wise. But the craziest thing for me is like I played in Phoenix and San Diego last weekend. San Diego sold out 6 weeks in advance.
It's incredible.
You know, and you're like, well, probably should have done a bigger venue.
Now you know.
You know, but then you play in other markets and you're like, oh, it feels like it's a struggle to get anyone to care. And so we're learning. I think the correlation we're starting to see is cities that dance music is a thing in. This project does really well.
Good.
In cities where you don't think about being like dance music hotspots, it's hard to get ticket sales going like the other markets. So like Columbus and Nashville, two hardest markets to get tickets going in.
For sure.
On the tour, compared to Seattle, Chicago, Austin, Dallas, Houston, San Diego, Phoenix, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, all those other markets, like dance music does pretty well.
Yes, for sure.
You don't really think of Columbus as a hot spot. You don't really think of Nashville, and then
but you're selling a lot more tickets than someone who would just be coming to do a DJ set too.
Right, and this is where like UTA, the conversation has been, hey, this is actually like doing very well for ticket number wise. Like people are very impressed, and you know, and I kind of get like a gist of what other people are, and it's not like a competition thing because what I'm doing is totally different than other people. So
for sure,
I'm not competing with people, but you know, my day-to-day guy who does like the Christian side of things at UTA, like this is outselling most Christian acts right now. There's a couple that are just insanely massive.
Yeah,
you know, like Forrest Frank selling 40,000 tickets.
Yeah, that's Doritos
in like 12 minutes.
Tickets, people.
Bro, they had 118,000 people in the wait line. Like, you're like, okay, we're not there yet.
Not yet.
but then I talked to my friends who are dance music promoters because I come from that world. And they're like, hey man, these numbers are actually like better than what a lot of DJs do that play these markets. And so it's okay. That's interesting. And I feel like this is still just brand new. I feel like this is still very much in the awareness world. People are like, oh, this exists. And so once I think this year it'll kick into like that next level of no longer like, oh, this exists. It'll just become a, do I like this or do I not like this?
Yeah, for sure. Are you seeing lots of different types of people coming in, age ranges, walks of life? Like it's not like the usual like club rat, so to speak, right?
You'll see everybody. I mean, we'll have families that come and they bring their kids.
Wow.
And you'll have ex-ravers who are like 70.
Yeah. Once a raver, always a raver.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were in the rave world and got lost in the drugs and all that, and they kind of left that, and because they stopped doing drugs, they didn't feel comfortable going back into the rave scene, so they love coming to shows like this. You'll have a bunch of Christians because they love the heart and the message behind it, but then you have people who are just like, no, the music's fire, I just want to come and I feel safe, and it, you know, it's like it's very like clean feeling show,
right?
You know, people, but yeah, I mean, so there's this wide variety of age, of demographic, of everything, but the main thing is like, it reminds me of. Hold on, I gotta get more water.
Yeah, you're good. I can get you more if you need to.
Yeah, man, my throat's so dry in Chicago, man. It's freezing.
So dry.
It's so dry here. I'm like, my throat's not used to this.
Dude, I feel you.
I was talking to a friend about this the other week who comes from the dance music space too. Mm-hmm. And I said, man, I go, this might trigger some people, but
yeah,
like the shows that I'm doing now feel a lot more like OG raves back in the day. And he's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, everybody shows up and everyone's excited to see each other at the show. Yeah. Oh, you're here? Like, hey, my name's so-and-so. It's great to meet you. Isn't this so cool? This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, tonight's going to be so much fun. Yeah. Like, there's this collective, everyone's there together to celebrate and have this moment. And it isn't about, like, being seen and, like, getting your, you know, like, because it isn't the cool thing. Like, this isn't like a cool show.
For sure.
Like, there's like the cool stuff. Like, this is not cool.
Yeah.
I understand that, and it's not trying to be cool.
Yeah. But you don't care.
No, I don't, because I sell more tickets and all. You know, I'm kidding.
no, dude, it's true. Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying though, because like there's very much like, oh, I'm cool. I'm at the right thing. I'm in the scene. And it's like there's none of that. It's so joyful. It's so hopeful. Like almost like that, you know, that Plur thing. Like it kind of feels like that, where everyone's like hugging each other and like, giving each other candy and like high fiving, and like there's this collective, like people are getting lost in the moment in the best way of just like, I want to dance and celebrate and worship, and they're not worried about anything else.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to these other shows and I'm like, man, everyone's like just looking around at each other and seeing who's who, and like getting their like moments for Instagram and and
not present.
You know, and you're like, oh, this doesn't have like that feel that old school shows used to have. I mean, I started going to raves in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
2001? Yeah, probably then. And you know, you were just so excited, like, oh, you like dance music too?
Right.
We're all here?
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Oh.
And it has that to it. And so like it's the most joyful, fun like atmosphere. And so whether you agree with the mission or the heart behind it or not, like you should come, because like you're like, oh, this is what like old school raves felt like, where everybody was just there and it was the most joyful, fun thing, and nobody cared about all the other nonsense that like everyone seems to care about nowadays.
Well, and people have been saying, all the OGs been saying for a long time, that the dance floor, the space is a church, right? Like it's a religious experience. You're able to totally let go. Like some of the most famous house music songs are talking about putting your hands up in the sky and closing your eyes and being present and letting go, and like just feel like you really have like wrapped your finger around it perfectly in a way that it's so hard to get that many different type of people in a room, dude.
Yeah.
You're just DJing, you know, like to like cut, like you're just, like I just said earlier. And there's something that's so beautiful to me about the music as well. And I want to ask you, like, when it comes to production, you know, let's take it like we go back to like your hexagon days, so then bring the kingdom days, right? Like variations of house, tech house, techno, all that sort of stuff. There's definitely some underground influences that you still have in the music. Have you approached the songwriting, the studio process any differently? I know you work with some really talented people as well. Yeah,
I think the fun thing about this project is just literally no rules.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about genres.
Yeah.
I
DJ support.
No, like I've never once promoted a single song. Never once.
I guess I've noticed that. Yeah. Now
I've never once promoted a record.
That must be so nice.
And because I knew going into this, like, I mean, maybe some other time we'll have like a deep conversation about it. But I just knew that this project was going to be built so different than anything I'd done before. That, and part of it was like, you need to have the mentality of a band, because bands, nobody else plays their music. Nobody's playing their songs at other people at other bands' shows. It's you have to prove yourself over and over and over again. And so I knew that this was supposed to just kind of create its own lane and be its own thing for a minute before we even worry about the rest of dance music.
Yeah.
And even though like my heart is for the dance music space, I just knew that this is supposed to just build the identity, build the foundation completely outside of everything. It's outside of the Christian world. It's outside of the dance music space, and let it just like prove itself and build a foundation and identity that then we can build off of. And I've never once, I mean, I've done like a guest mix on Radio 1.
Yeah.
But that, I'm still not promoting my records to any other DJs.
No, you're not like,
and
new
so,
record out today.
This Fisher played this record, or so-and-so played, like.
Yeah. Nah.
Dude, the variety of style that is on the album.
Yeah.
I would hit like every DJ that exists.
You would.
You know? And so.
Have you had DJs ask you for the music? Like, has it gone the other way at all?
I've had some people reach out about records.
Yeah.
But it's just, the mentality is just different. And so in the studio, I'm like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't have to worry about, because this is the game that we all used to play. And maybe I think a lot of people still do, but like I understood it of like, oh, if I adjust it a little bit like this, then it could fit on this label.
For sure.
Or if I do this, it could fit. I could see these people playing the record. And there's nothing wrong with that per se.
Yeah.
It's just understanding the climate of where dance music is and wanting to be able to be a part of it. I understand that part of it. Right. But with this, I don't think about anybody else besides who's in the room.
Yeah.
The writers, producers, singers, whatever. Whoever's in the room, we make. I get to lead the whole thing.
Yeah.
But we don't think about anything in regards to, oh, we got to make sure this person can play it, or it would go on this label.
Oh yeah, like it's not going to work for that, or won't work for this.
Oh, if we make it a bit more like tech, a bit more tech influence, it could fit here.
I need this to be a club record.
Yeah, like I don't. There's none of that.
You just jam.
I just make the music that I love with people that I love.
Yeah, and
it turns out to be great.
Tell us who you've been working with.
So Kevin,
of course.
Kevin's the man.
Shout out Kevin.
You go check out his project Raw Love. It's fire.
He's always been such a stud.
But like, just he's a savant in the studio.
He really is.
Like, and he's just the sweetest dude ever. So Kevin's involved, I think, with almost every song. Son, who sings on a bunch.
Yep.
But even a bunch of songs he's not singing on, he's helped write.
How did you meet Son?
Through a mutual friend.
Nice. Does he live in Reading as well?
No, he lives in Atlanta.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because you've done a lot with him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So typically what happens is like Kevin, Son, and I'll get together for like a week.
Yeah.
And we'll just get in a room.
Yeah.
And we write tons of music. And then it'll just get finished over time.
Yeah.
Like we'll start a ton of things. Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, they're involved in almost every song in some way. And then there's other amazing vocalists and writers that, like Gracie Binion, who we did Need Your Love. That's on the album. She's got an incredible voice. Like
that was one of my favorites.
She has one of the biggest songs in the Christian space right now. And her voice is incredible, dude. One of the most incredible songwriters I've ever worked with.
Yeah,
such a pro, like just incredible. Yeah.
She hears one chord or note from you, or Kevin, and she goes, "Oh, I got something."
When we finished that set, we wrote that song start to finish and almost had it fully produced in like 3 hours.
That's almost unheard of. To have many different minds come together like that.
It was special. Yeah, we love working with different writers and singers and people like that. I mean, I don't know, it's just like, I don't care how big or small your name is. Like when we get in the room, like we'll be able to make something cool.
Yeah.
And so it's fun. And I love that we don't have to follow any rules. And, I usually have like a vision or like, hey, I think we should write a song like this today.
Yeah.
And maybe a few references of ideas or things like that. But the whole project just there's no rules to follow, and that's part of what makes it so fun, because I've been DJing now for over 25 years.
Yeah.
And in that time of just DJ, even though I played almost all house and trance during that era,
Right.
I love all different kinds of music.
Mm-hmm.
And with this project, I'm like, I can produce some of the stuff that I never did. We can make some drum and bass.
Yeah.
We can make some banging, bass music with quicks.
Right.
And we can do there's just literally no rules. And so I love that I don't have to like play the game of dance music.
Mm-hmm.
And because I did it and I was very good at it.
Yeah.
You
had a lot of success.
Dude. Yeah. And I'm like, cool, this project is not going to be that.
Yeah.
This project is going to be no rules. We sit in a room, whoever's in the room, we all get together. Mm-hmm. I'll have an idea and we'll go execute and we'll just see what happens.
That must be so freeing.
Bro, it's the best. And part of, there's some negative to it as well, I guess, of like, this project doesn't really exist in dance music too much yet, because it isn't getting the DJ support. It's not being played at
it's not typical
the festivals. It's not, but there's records that I know DJs would play
for sure,
but it's just not been the way. I think this is going to be the year where I think it will start to tip into that space more and more. It's just like, this is just good house music or good whatever dance music.
Wow.
Because I have had a few people reach out recently who are very big DJs, being like, dude, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And the music's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Have you thought about this, or could you send it to this person? And it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll start sending it around, some stuff around to people. But it's just been a whole different mentality than I got to go on the right label and build this and do that.
Because there's so much pressure on that, right? Like, you have to find this balance. Is like, let's just use my example or my experience. Like, I've been making tech house for like 6 years, right? I really like it. It's fun. I know I can keep putting out tech house, but I'm not releasing on the big enough labels, so I'm not like growing anymore, and I'm like stuck in this zone. And now I'm like, okay, well, I'm worried to stop and slow down and make a new type of music that's going to make me happy, because of how the industry defines it. You need to be this artist with this genre if you want to be successful in this lane. And it's like, every artist, as a creative, as a creator, so many different types of inspiration come to us.
Yeah.
And as someone who started as a DJ like you, I love drum and bass, dubstep, electro, progressive, like everything, dude. And so it's hard for me to be like, well, which way do I want to go that's going to work for me long term? And it's like, it's so frustrating, because I know a lot of artists, like, one of the main questions I get is, I'm this artist making this music, but I've been told I have to stay in this lane. I really want to now make this. Do I need to start a whole new project? And you totally have bypassed all of that stuff, because people don't really care. They're there for the experience of music, and you get to make whatever you want.
But I also think we're in a time where I don't think anyone cares about genres anymore.
Exactly.
I really don't. And I think I see a lot of artists, and I'm like, you're really limiting like what is possible for you.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's playlists, nobody's personalized playlist on Spotify that they've made is one genre.
No way.
It's like a house record and like a really cool whatever, like
ambient
country record, and then it's like some lo-fi, and like because people just like good music, stuff that they just like.
True.
And so I think and I also think we're just in a different world where labels don't have the influence like they used to.
Oh, yeah.
Where if you were signed to Repopulate Mars in 2020, 2022, like you were popping and it was hot.
You'd go on a global tour.
And if you signed to Axtone, Refune, or Size from like 2010 to like 2015, like you were immediately getting paid $25,000 and playing festivals. Like, but like that was like
literally
legit. Like that happened.
Yeah.
But none of that exists anymore. I guess like you still signed to Defected. There's a whole movement.
Yeah.
What John Summer's doing with Experts Only.
Of course.
There's a whole like momentum there.
Yeah.
But it's not at all outside of, I would say, I'm not sure there's a few others, but like you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Outside of that, like it's just not like what it used to be.
Yeah.
But the difference now is there's more incentive for you to create fans of you rather than just be part of the fans of dance music.
Yes.
Like if you so that's what I think Rave Jesus does so well.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing like they are fans of Rave Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't the byproduct of anything else. And so that's why ticket sales are what they are, even though there's no rules. Like, well, if you can find the people that care about you and your music,
mm-hmm.
It's a much better longevity for a career than playing on the right labels, because you wonder if they're ever fans of you.
Yeah.
So like even with my like King Arthur, King Topher stuff, you know, I'm the first person to release on Hexagon when it first started. Don's the hottest thing. He's blowing up. The label is the hottest thing.
Yeah.
I'm the next artist to release after the first song.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Belong to Them did really well. Don Diablo Edit did well.
Yep.
And then Praise You was the next release. And then the next year, you know, put out an album and it crushed it.
Yep.
But it's like, how many of those people were like fans of King Topher?
Mm-hmm.
Or were they more so fans of Hexagon and Don?
Yeah.
And I was just in the wake of the whole thing.
For sure.
Whereas now it's everybody's a fan of Rave Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
And so maybe it's a bit harder, but it's way more satisfying, and there's way more longevity in this compared
mm-hmm.
to just being the byproduct of movement.
Yeah, no, that's so true. It's like,
but you have to make like hard decisions to do it, though.
You do, yeah.
But I think there's a lot of DJs that could do it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do. And I'm like, man, like just find your people,
mm-hmm.
and then everybody else has to care. Once you prove yourself,
yeah,
like then it's like, and not that it's about like leverage, but if you can show people, well, I'm on my own and I'm selling this many tickets and doing this, and this, they're all like,
right.
Whether I like this or not, I got to take this seriously.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, because a lot of music venues and businesses and clubs are like,
they just want to know, can you sell tickets?
And exactly. It's not about, I need to get bottles sold or how many girls can you get in the door with you, right? I'm not trying to make this place look good. I'm trying to keep this place afloat. So like, are you committed? That's why I think the 100 fans mantra is more important than ever. Like, do you have 100 people that truly support you? You know? And I think everybody talks about that, and I say this all the time. I've been saying this a lot. Everybody wants a village, but they don't want to be a villager, right? People talk about community. They don't know the first thing about community. Community is built by linking arm in arm with people, whether you started on your own or you join it. Do you contribute? Did you sweep the floors? Did you wash the cups? Did you clean up afterwards? Did you set up? Like, this could be hypothetical or in music, right? It's like, how do you actually contribute to the community that you talk so much about? Because real communities, like the defected community, just to bring that up, is like, that's a real community, dude. Like, there's real people, like the he, she, they movement, like all of that stuff. Like, these are like dedicated, diehard fans. And I think a lot of people just think if they're cool enough in their eyes that they'll do well, and they have all these monthly listeners and Spotify
monthly listeners I think it's the worst metric.
It's the worst
in the music
metric
industry,
because Spotify is like 80% passive listeners.
I mean, this was a conversation I had with one of my agents at UTA.
Yeah.
Is we were talking about, this is when I first started, and he was like, man, he's like, I'm looking at like Spotify, and I'm trying to figure out like which markets and like what size rooms to go into. And I'm like, no.
Don't.
He's like, well, in the Christian world, like it matters a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this date is going to piss you off then if you want to view it like that, because there's no passive listeners for Rave Jesus.
Yep. There you go.
Because it's not like fitting in any. I don't know if it's a no editorial playlisting on Spotify. And so everybody that's listening, like, I think we're averaging like 6 streams per listener.
Wow.
Which is super high.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We're coming back.
Yeah. Most people, I think it's like, if you get like 2 or above, it's hot. Like it's considered good.
For sure.
Yeah. It's like 6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, these are real people.
Yeah.
That come and consume the music. And so I don't like, when I was signed with Sony, like this conversation, monthly listeners, I'm like, I don't care about monthly listeners, and it pissed them off because they want all the metrics, and I'm like, no, I don't care about it at all, because all those, you have artists that have 1 million monthly listeners, and I sell 4 times as many tickets as they do. So I do not care about monthly listeners whatsoever.
It doesn't matter. And also, like, I feel like this if you're rich and famous and have a lot of followers, it's like cool and it matters. But
it doesn't
that
matter
bubble
anymore.
Has popped completely.
We're not in like the numbers. Like the only number that matters now. Do you have fans that will come and buy a ticket to your show?
Facts.
That's it. Doesn't matter what style you make. Doesn't matter how cool you are. Doesn't matter anything. All people want to know in the industry.
Yep.
As far as like a show side of things.
Right.
Oh, can you sell tickets? Because there's a lot of venues that are having Rave Jesus come and play at them that have never thought of doing a worship rave in their life.
Yep.
And it was like, they're probably like, this is the dumbest idea. And they're like, oh, you're out selling most of our shows. This is awesome. When can we have you back? Like there are now really cool venues in dance music that I've like in markets that are, hey, I'm seeing what you're doing.
Yep.
We've never done anything like this before, but love it. Like come and play this. Can you come and play our venue on the next tour?
Oh my gosh.
And like they're really cool venues that like all the cool DJs are playing in.
Yeah.
Because they see like, oh man, that's a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
In this market, we got to have them come play at ours.
And you got that by being you.
But it's not like I'm doing anything special. Like I'm just saying this model.
Yeah.
If you want to have a career nowadays, like I think this is the best way to go about it.
For sure. Talk to me more about Laylo and how that's helped you.
For me, it's been one of the best assets as far as figuring out how to build like the touring side of things. And so, my method of using it, what I'll do is I'm going to pull up my phone so I can kind of run through this as I do it. So like I will go and I will look on my Instagram page and see like who has shared a piece of content of mine recently.
Right.
And then I'll check and see like this person, and I'll just respond to every single one of them. Hey, come to a show. Come to a show.
You're doing that.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then if they respond, then I'm like, and they're like, oh, I'd love to. And I'm like, cool. Sign up to Laylo so I can let you know I'm in town. Boom. I'll do that. I will respond to every single comment and hey, DM me for tour info or, when I'll do the same thing on TikTok. And the thing I've been doing recently is I don't know why I'd never done this before, but Facebook Business Manager, I think it's called Business Manager, but it's Meta, and I can look at my Instagram and my Facebook, and I can look at all the new comments, and I'll respond to every single person.
Oh my gosh!
And it's I try and keep it as authentic as possible, so it isn't just like bot vibes. Because I think that's one of the problems where people get it wrong is you're like, oh, I know this is a bot. Now I'm not interested.
Yep.
And so I'll keep it real. But I engage with just about everybody on social media because I know that we're in the awareness building era of this project.
Right.
It's all about just people need to know that it exists. And so, hey, come to a show. Oh, I'd love to. All right, DM me. And if they DM you, they're probably very interested.
Right.
If they don't, they're not. And so it's almost like that sales funnel thing of like weeding out people that aren't actually interested.
Yeah.
And it's not a sales funnel. I'm not selling you anything, but it's just that like a little bit of a barrier to entry so that like this is probably someone who's going to sign up and like would probably buy a ticket.
People that care.
Yeah. And so then I'll post at least once a week on my Instagram story. Hey, if you want first access to tickets and new music, sign up here. And, I've had a few posts, especially there's one post earlier this year, just a couple weeks ago. It's got over 1 million views on Instagram.
Wow.
And, thousands and thousands of comments and shares and all this stuff. But yeah.
You reply to all those comments?
I do.
Oh my God, dude. That's how you convert.
So everything is about awareness and conversion.
Yeah.
Everything. And this is going to sound like super like stale business talk, but this is just the reality of like if you want to build fans and have an idea of how to build a touring career or just a career, it's all about creating awareness of who you are and what you're doing, and then converting them to like, can I get your phone number, your email, or follow, so that you can actually pay attention to the journey of what's happening, and I can share information with you of all the cool stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
And I've become very good at just that whole process, and I think I take it very seriously because there's like no one's coming to save this project. No one's coming in to build it, or there's no other lane or avenue that this hops in and just kind of rides the momentum. Like it either it builds by itself or it doesn't exist. And so I have this attitude of like, well, I have to do this because no one there's no like favor that's gonna be granted to Rave Jesus.
Right.
It's just not gonna happen.
No, for sure.
And so I'm relentless about this because I have to get this in front of people to give them the opportunity to decide do they like it or not.
Yeah.
But like this post, let me pull it up.
Relentless.
Who wants to go to a worship rave in 2026? It's a fan video from Bauhaus in Houston.
Look at that.
1.1 million views.
Unbelievable.
85,500 likes. 4.7 thousand comments. 1.4 thousand reshares. And then 10.8 thousand send shares.
Crazy.
And so recently I was like, okay, I'll start to put like $10 a day behind it because it's now like at 1 million.
It's natural, yeah.
And so it's like it's crushing it. And it's converting people to signing up, following in Laylo. And so in the last like 28 days on Laylo, I think we have almost 7,000 new signups.
What? Oh my God, that's crazy numbers, man.
Yeah, and so I'll probably hit 15,000 total signups by the end of the weekend. And so, all this whole tour was built off of probably had like 6,500, 7,000 signups on Laylo. And now we're at double that. And then
wow.
And so you look at this and then you see the heat map of where everyone's at, and then you can kind of figure out, okay, based on like I think in Seattle had like 84 signups.
Okay.
Sold 360 tickets at the show. Wow. 400 person venue, 360 tickets.
Yeah.
So, okay, we kind of almost 4x'd it.
Yeah.
Chicago, different.
Yeah.
Chicago in the surrounding area is like 400 signups, and we're going to have 450 tickets as of this morning.
That's great conversion.
Maybe we'll get to 500 by tonight.
Yeah.
Austin, like 240 signups, did 445 tickets.
Okay.
And so you can kind of gauge like, okay, we can probably at least double this.
Right.
Or, and then in some markets, like depending on and then we run ads for every show too. But, Laylo, like it's such a good metric to figure out where are the smart places to go and when. Mm-hmm. And then, so we knew last year, the very first run of shows was LA and Dallas, Denver, Vegas. I'm blanking.
I don't know why. Yeah.
But all of them sold out except Denver.
Okay.
And I knew Denver was going to be hard because we only had like 35 signups.
Right.
But our agent at the time was like, "No, I really want to try it. I think we can do it." And I ended up doing 150 tickets.
Okay.
Which isn't great, but like when you knew going in,
yeah,
you're like, "Well, we don't have a lot here, so I don't know what to expect."
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all the other ones sold out, and like it was like, cool. We need to build the momentum, and so like let's play the ones that are the best bet, and we did that, and then built from there, and then that tour I think turned into like UTA was like, hey, let's have some conversations. Like you're selling out shows and there's no big hit song and all this. And they're like, well, how are you doing? Like, oh, at that time we had like 4,500. They're like, wow, okay, that's a lot of signups for where your project's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a good tool to figure out, do people care? Mm-hmm. Do they actually care?
Yeah.
Not like I followed and then don't pay attention.
Never interact.
Not I passive listen on Spotify or Apple. Like, are you willing to give me your email or your phone number or be able to DM you on Instagram so that I can tell you what's going on? Mm-hmm. And then you get a real gauge of like actual momentum and actual feel. And then, yeah, you can plan and be really smart with touring, because hard ticket touring is no joke. There's no
scary.
There's no wiggle room for like messing up, because you take it on the chin pretty hard if you do. And so having the data to be able to like make the best possible outcome available, it's great, because you look at the map and you look at each city and you go, okay, these are the markets we need to get to on this run, and these ones are here, but after this run of shows, these will probably jump up a little bit, and then we should go here. And so like, this year we're building out the touring kind of like that.
Smart.
But yeah, it's such a good barometer of fully understanding where you're at and where people care.
What a great tool.
I'm so grateful for this stuff.
And I think the coolest part about this is how you actually have gotten them to convert. I know a lot of people use automation, like when you follow someone. I even dabbled around with this because I was just curious. I got 0 fucking conversions, dude. Like, it's automatic. It's like, hey, thanks for the follow. Are you interested in more? And it's like, yes, it prompts you. And then it's like, all right, cool. Well, like, here's a discount to merch. It's so salesy and automated and inauthentic.
People want authentic. Like, that's the biggest win right now.
They want you to work for it.
They want, like, authentic.
Yeah. Do you
like, care? Is this real?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you actually messaged me? I'm like, yeah. Someone's like, oh, this is a bot. I'm like, no, it's not a bot. It's me. And they're like, whoa, wow. And then they feel super cool. Like, the artist messaged them. And and I get it. Like, it takes up time. But
time well spent.
But if I can spend, I mean, this is I don't want this to like devalue the fact that I care about all these people signing up. But like, if I can spend 20 seconds, that's going to equal a ticket sale in a city. It's 100% worth your time.
Next question. Yeah.
But artists, sometimes they don't think about it. Like, they're like, oh, it's another DM. It's like, you know, like, if you want to have a career, these are the people that give you the opportunity to make music and tour and make a living. Without them, your music just exists, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And there's value in your music being there. But if you want to make a career out of this, like, they have to care about you. And if they know it's actually you messaging them and you reading their DMs and genuinely responding, or, hey, I'm coming to that city soon, like, sign up here. Like, oh, when I was like, Chicago, like, oh, I used to live in Chicago. I'm so excited when it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that is way cooler than like, thanks for following, sign up here for my newsletter. Like, it's so, you know, it does take up time, but I mean, especially when this post started going nuts, weirdly, my Facebook has gone crazy. I don't know what happened at the top of the year.
Older people.
No, but it's not older people.
Really?
That's what I'm so confused about. It's not like all these boomers signing.
I don't know who's Facebook anymore.
Coming to Rave Jesus shows. But like, all of a sudden, I think there were like 35,000 or like 33,000 new followers since the top of the year on Facebook. And I'm like,
wow.
Because I was looking at Lalo, and you can see like where people sign up from.
Yeah.
And it kept saying Facebook. And I was like, okay, next page, Facebook. I'm like, what is going on Facebook? I went to my Facebook page, and it was like 4,000 new followers yesterday. What? And that post is crushing it on Facebook too.
Yeah, of course.
But the conversion on Facebook's maybe even better because you can reply with a link.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you should definitely come. Sign up here. Boom, there's a link. Where on Instagram and TikTok's the worst because you got to get them to DM you, and then you got to send them the Lalo link, and then they have to copy and paste it to then put in their browser because you can't send links on TikTok.
What? I didn't even know that.
I've never been able to. It's like if you DM someone like a link, you can't just click on the link and go off app. They don't want you to leave the app. But on Instagram you can, so there's that. But like Facebook,
right there,
bro. Oh, awesome! I'm coming to Columbus, later this year. Sign up here so I can let you know when it happens. Boom. So the conversion on Facebook is crazy right now.
Wow, that is incredible, dude. You were taking it to the next level.
But I just have this mentality of, like, I have to do this because nobody else will do it. Like, there's no one else building this lane. There's no one else doing this. Like, if I don't find these people, this project will die. Damn. And I hope other artists feel this way about whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah.
And like, you have to take complete ownership. Like, we're in an era now where all the tools are available to all of us. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that differentiates one person from another is like, are you going to take complete ownership of your story or you're not?
Yeah.
Because we all have the same tools. We're all playing, like, there's no like secret advantage anymore.
Yep.
Everyone has TikTok. Everyone has Instagram. Mm-hmm. Everyone has Facebook. Everyone can get Lalo.
Yeah.
Everyone can upload a song to whatever platform they want in 24 hours. Like, there's no, and so it's just like the 100%. This is going to win or lose based on how much I want to own it or not.
How much do you care, really? How much do you care? Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe also because I've done this before. Like, this isn't my first go around. I've seen like the ups and the downs of it all. Mm-hmm. And I've experienced the incredible highs of Tomorrowland main stage, and then like all the momentum going away during COVID. And like, you're like, that is the end of that era.
Yep. And
there's nothing I can do about it. That like, there's this like grit and hunger that I'm like, oh, I want to build this so that I can be recession proof. I want to build this so that like people are going to be in this for the long haul. It's not going to just be like a swell momentum that comes and goes. And so, yeah,
I love that.
I have to be relentless because there's no other option for this to succeed.
And I think there's like a level of proving it to yourself. How much do you care? Like with like my headline show I did a few weeks ago, like I said, look, it's a hard ticket show that they're coming for you. So if it does well,
it's hard, bro.
It's because of you. And if it doesn't, it's because of you too. So the least that I can do is put myself in a position to say I put my best foot forward. And we did like 215 tickets. And
it's
like,
great.
It didn't sell out, but like, of course, in my head, I'm like, if I do anything less than a sellout, then it's not a win. But Toph, I sent hundreds of texts, calls, DMs. Like, it was me reaching out, right? Saying, come to the show. Like, here's why it means something to me. And like, I just released a live set today. I'll show it to you before you leave. Sick. And I'm like, I brought a drummer in, right? Like, I wanted to like really just give it my all. And like the feeling on the other side of all of that is like, I'm so proud because I proved to myself that I care just as much as I tell people that I care.
Yeah.
Because everybody says, this is my dream. I care so much. I want to be successful. And then like behind closed doors, they're just doing nothing. And they're complaining.
Yeah. I mean, you want to find out where you're really at? Go do a hard ticket shows.
Facts. In your hometown. Like,
it is the biggest reality check. But like, and the thing is, like, I played shows, thousands of people.
Yeah.
Where it was not a hard ticket show. Like, you're part of a lineup, or like, there's a promoter who's basically doing all the heavy lifting.
Right.
And they're cool.
Yeah.
But you go and you sell 200 tickets in a market and everyone's there just for you. It's the most satisfying thing in the world.
It's
Being
the
like,
best.
Wait a minute. 200 people decided that they were going to plan their night around coming to see me.
A Saturday night.
And spend their hard-earned money to come see me play music that I make or whatever. They bought they got a babysitter or they skipped whatever. Like, you're like, whoa, it hits hard.
Yeah, dude.
And it's incredible. But it's also like we're old.
Yeah.
It's also like the most humbling thing too, though. Like, wow, people really do care about me and my music and what's going on.
That's the most fulfilling part of the journey, and why I think some people think if they're anything less than the size of Martin Garrix, it's not a successful story.
There's one Martin Garrix.
And it's like, you just got to realize, like, just stay humble in why you got into this. It's the love of the music and connecting with people, and to even make an impact on one person is
incredible.
Meaningful, and it's worth it. And to have 200 people come, and you keep building from there, right? Like, I always, people say, I want to get shows outside of my own market. You know, I want to be a touring DJ. I go, how do you do in your own market? And they go, I've never done a headline show in my own market.
Well, then
I go, well, no agent is going to give a crap about you if you can't sell any tickets in your own market. That's what agents look for. How many tickets can you sell in your hometown? And I think, like, again, through all the highs and lows and all the journeys and good shows, bad shows that we've had, like, that is really the only test that you can find out of where you're at as an artist, is how many people really care, how many people are showing up for a show. So
if you ask anybody in the music industry outside of record labels, because all they care about are streams,
right?
Like, anyone in the industry, like, what is the most important metric for to judge if something is going well or not, or an artist or whatever? Like, can you sell tickets?
Ticket sales,
and
you've proven that on this tour.
Yeah, but like tonight, most ever tickets at a Rave Jesus show. I mean, this project is not old. It's still very young.
For sure.
The music's been existed for out for 20 months maybe. And, and like 450, at least 450 tickets in Chicago. First time ever playing here. And it's like, I was sitting there, my agent was messaging me like, man, this is the most satisfying feeling in the world. Dude. Like tonight in a city I've never played in with this project. Mm-hmm. I lived here a long time ago, so over 11 years ago. So it's not like my local people that I used to know are coming. Like, it's none of that, because none of them live here. They all live out in the burbs. They moved somewhere else because we're all old now. But it's the coolest thing ever, and I think if people understood how, yes, it's an insane amount of work there have been, last week I spent 2 full days. All I did was respond to messages and DMs. I probably responded to 2,000 DMs or comments on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
That's incredible.
But that's the work. But that's why I can show up to Chicago and be like, oh, this show's going to be epic.
Because people are coming.
Because I put in the work to get people to care. Yeah. And that's just part of the journey. And so,
it's deep.
When people are like, what's the best advice? I'm like, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
And you have to keep going, and there's no magic sauce. Like, what I'm talking about isn't special.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's literally just the choice of am I going to do this or not?
It's obvious.
And I hope hearing this conversation whatever type of music you make, I hope you guys go about it the same way, because it will lead to really good results for you.
For sure, man.
There's no, it's like the most unsexy advice.
But it's real. Oh, man. Dude, this has been great. I think this has been our best podcast yet.
I mean, we haven't even talked about anything crazy yet either. No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about all the stories from Studio Paris, bro.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Bottle service days in Chicago. I know, dude. I know.
Yeah.
So this is the end of the tour. You have
tomorrow I've got Columbus.
Okay.
So this will be the end of the I Met God on the Dance Floor tour, which is the album that came out in November.
Yep.
And then I don't think there are any shows in February. And then March onwards will kind of be the new era of what we branded in 2026.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're yet to reveal that then.
Yeah, it's not out there yet.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's so great, man. Really. So I'm catching you right before another
big blow. I've just changed the whole approach. And so last year, before we announced the tour, this is back in February. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was driving the studio and I just was like, what are we going to call the tour? I can't just be like the tour.
No.
Yeah. And so I was like, what's the theme for the year?
Yeah.
And I was praying about it, and the phrase I met God on the dance floor.
Yep.
I was like, oh, that's like perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm driving to the studio and I'm thinking about it, and it's like, I met God on the dance floor. Da, 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 da. And I went into the studio and in like 12 minutes recorded the vocal for that song, put down the idea.
Oh man.
And so that was all done before the tour, and then I knew this would be the title of the album that would come out in November.
Yep.
Like 9 months in advance. This is just going to be the theme for the year.
Yeah.
And so I'm between two right now for what the theme for the year is going to be.
Ooh.
And I haven't decided which one we're going to go with yet. But I think it's the new model that I'll do for Rave Jesus, is where there's at the beginning of the year, we announced the tour as the da-da-da tour, right. And then that will then be the tour for the whole year, and then the album will be called that. That is kind of like the culmination of the year.
Okay.
Where most people do it the other way, they put out an album, they tour the album. This is actually, the album is basically the sum of whatever that year was.
Yeah. Dude. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so that's what I did last year, and it worked really well for the touring. It worked really well for the album. Mm-hmm. Still do a single a month. That whole approach. Are they playing
music in churches yet?
I mean, some churches, not during the service, but
I know some churches are very it's like modern day churches are there's dance music being played. I
mean, a lot of them will play it. Well, I should say a lot. I get videos of some when people are walking in or after the service, but
so cool.
They're not starting off the service with
that's your job. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's funny. I'd never, because most people in Christian music, they grew up playing music in church.
Of course.
I did not. I would sneak out and go to raves, and I would stay up all night, and I'd go to church in the morning, and I'd be like, this music at church is terrible. The music last night was so much better. Why do I feel this way? Because I think this is so much cooler than this. And I love this, and I feel connected to it. This music, I don't.
Yeah.
And so the first time I ever played any music of any form in church was in 2022. I DJ'd at my friend's church in Seattle.
Nice.
And I'm like, this is the first time I ever played any music in church. I'm DJing, throwing down bangers.
Let's go.
And I'm like, wow, this is just not... It's not most people's musical journey that grew up going to church. That's for
Here
sure.
we are, though.
Here I am.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it makes me laugh because people are like, oh yeah. So you go playing the worship band at church. Nope.
No.
Furthest thing from it, bro. Yeah. I was DJing at raves until 3 a.m.
Then I would go to church.
A little bit different.
Yeah. A little bit different.
Little bit different.
There's probably so many ravers out there that are just like that still, right?
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's funny, but I don't know how many churches are playing, but a lot of churches are reaching out for me to come and do stuff at their churches now.
It's cool, man.
Which is funny because that's the soft ticket
the after party.
No, but every DJ's I need it's a soft ticket play. You get booked for some event or whatever. That's the Rave Jesus soft ticket play. It's some church books you. Hey, here's your guaranteed fee.
There's gonna be 400 people here for sure. Yeah,
and we know at this conference there's 800 people. You're like, this is a little bit different than what it used to be.
Usually the pastor's like, afters anyone?
Someone was DMing me like, oh, dude, we got to do like a holy afters.
Yeah,
and I was like,
holy afters. That's hilarious.
I was like, oh, I mean, hey.
Don't you guys got church in the morning?
Yeah. We're going all night, baby.
Yeah. That's so
no, but
funny.
it's funny, and Christians are a unique group of people. Well, it depends. I mean, it's a huge variety, but like, when it comes to music and culture, I'm always like, oh, guys, like, bless your heart.
Yeah. We can do a little better than this. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, there's some really fire Christian music right now, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Brandon Lake's crushing it. I mean, Forrest Frank, like, I don't listen to him regularly, but like, he is absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. Because I feel like Christian music like got a bad rap for so long.
Well,
was it because
I don't think it got a bad rap. I think it was just bad.
Oh, okay.
Let's just be honest.
All right, you said it.
Just my opinion.
It was bad.
Just my opinion.
It was bad
for a long time.
Yeah,
Christian music was, it was just like creatively dead, void of any sort of like expression of creativity and whatnot, and it felt very like simple and dumbed down, and like a really, really bad version of whatever was popular in the mainstream.
Right.
And now it's actually like flipping around where some of the Christian artists are like absolutely crushing it. Like Brandon Lake and Diplo were in the studio 2 days ago.
That's incrable.
Like that's happening.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was saying earlier. Dude. Like people like that type of music more than they know.
It's interesting. But yeah, growing up, like I hated Christian music.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, it just isn't good. Like it just feels like if I want to listen to good music, I have to listen to something. I'll go listen to Coldplay or whatever like the good music was during that era. Like
Killers was the closest.
Killers was amazing. Like if I want to listen to good music, I'll go listen to that.
Right.
But if I want to worship, I have to listen to like this really bad thing over here. I just never loved that.
Right.
And so I still have a little bit of that like beef in me of like, guys, it's changed completely.
You're switching the narrative, Toph.
Where there's a lot of really good Christian music now, and I actually think a lot of mainstream music gotten worse compared to the standard of what it used to be.
Mainstream music is like, what is going on?
It's been really weird to watch like what used to just be unbelievable, excellent creativity, and you gotta go, like, what are we doing, guys?
Because all like the actual good artists are like, I'm gonna be an actor. Actually, I think the music industry sucks. You're like,
I'm gonna be an actor.
All right, well, I feel like the acting industry sucks too. Yeah, like all that stuff is just gone downhill. But
yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, I think. This might be controversial to some people, but I feel like when we were growing up, Christian music entertainment was very agenda driven.
For sure.
Agenda over creativity.
Yeah.
And then in the mainstream, it was just like really good creativity.
For sure.
And I feel like that's flipped.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Christians are like, I just want like really great art. And you're like, okay, that's really good. And then you see like movies and TV shows, like everything's like an agenda.
Yep.
And you're like, this isn't good. Because it's just not good creativity or good storytelling or good song, whatever. It feels like you're being like told all the time rather than like, hey, experience this great piece of art.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I feel like it's flipped, and it's just really because it's like just so different than what I grew up with that I have to constantly like, oh wait a minute, we're in a different world now.
Yeah. So many flips. I would honestly, I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah,
and that's why like mainstream media to people is like they just don't care. Doesn't matter to them.
I think this is why Hollywood's struggling too.
For sure.
Because you have to have these quotas for like this many people like this many people like that.
Nobody's even in Hollywood anymore, dude.
But the thing is when imagine like, okay, we both make music.
Right.
Imagine you're being told by your industry, if you don't have this many this many that, you can only use these sounds.
Yeah.
And and that's the only scope you can work with to be creative. No matter how great you are so limited that the quality just isn't going to be good.
Yeah, that is.
But when you live in a world where there's no rules, and you just go make great art, like, man, it's incredible. And it's weird how it's kind of flipped.
Yep. That was deep. Because
I was a philosophy major in college.
Were you really?
I was, yeah.
You were a philosophy major?
Yeah, man, good old DePaul University, baby.
Dude.
Greencastle, Indiana. Yeah.
Philosophy. You went there. That's where my brother went too.
Philosophy major with a minor in economics. So
wow.
So I became a DJ.
I always joke with people that started my company. I'm like, what was your major? They're like, economics, marketing. I'm like, oh, now you're a broker. And I was like, say that to DJs too. I'm like, so what'd you go to college for? Yeah. And they're like, this, that. I'm like, and now you're a DJ.
Yeah.
I know.
What did you major in?
I was telecommunications with a minor in communications. So
well, I mean, you're doing that.
I'm communicating.
You're very good at communicating.
I'm certainly communicating. I did do I did a focus on design and production. So I did have like early access to like Adobe Premiere and like video editing and stuff like that. So like the podcast was always.
Oh, you were born for this, bro.
I think so, man. I love it. But
the Joe Rogan of dance music.
That's right, man. That's right.
Are you still using that?
I say it to people. Absolutely, dude.
Let's go.
Because I just sit down and like
you and Will Clark, the only people in dance music that do podcasts well.
Dude, literally. And then Olivia's come into the fold now, and like
Olivia's doing good stuff too.
She just had Will Clark on her podcast. Okay. So like we're all interviewing each other.
Talking about how I see her podcast, so she's doing good stuff too.
But yeah.
There's not
many. No, in dance music. Actually, you know who just started doing one that's cool is Army Van Helden and A-Track.
That'd be fascinating.
But like it's very niche.
Yeah, I'm
like
sure.
They're talking like Kenny Dope. You know what I mean? And it's
I'm
like
sure it's gonna be the most like
it's like
bro. Remember that record shop? We were digging crates, and you know,
like
I sampled this thing in like '92, and then in like we flipped it, and they're like, oh, hey, remember that? And people are like, wait a minute, I wasn't even born for like 15 years.
Like to me, I'm like, wow, what a great podcast, and like it's getting no views. I'm like, people don't care, dude.
Oh, dude, talk about. I mean, those guys have stories for days.
100%. Duck Sauce, man. So at ARC this year, they were closing at the same time as Summit. So it was John Summit, Honey Dijon, and Duck Sauce, all 3 different stages. And
that's bold choice to go 3 house music acts against each other.
Well, it's all a house festival at ARC.
Oh, ARC, yeah, okay,
yeah. But still, like, I mean, John's on the main stage, but like. The real ones were like at Duck Sauce and Honey Dijon. You know what I mean? Like nothing against John, but like I've seen John. I'm going to see John again. How often do I get to see Duck Sauce? They went from Barbra Streisand into like classics with Armands and like 8-tracks and like Heads Will Roll, and like they're prolific DJs as well.
Well, I mean 8-track. So when I first started DJing, it was like turntablism.
Yes,
scratching, cutting up records, beat juggling, all that stuff. And so this is
you scratched.
Oh, bro. These hands are magical.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I would buy all like the DMC World Championship videos and everything.
Hell yeah.
And it was when A-Track was just shredding everody.
Oh, my God.
He was just a young Canadian dude just killing everybody. You're like, whoa.
That Red Bull video of him from a long time ago.
And then now he's A-Track.
He's freaking A-Track, man.
Yeah.
I know. And like, he's such a, like, the fact that, he does the Malkovich brothers with his brother Dave One, who's one of the guys in Chromeo. And he does Duck Sauce with Armin Van Helden, and, like, him on his own. Like, to me, that as an artist is, like, he may not be the world's most famous or popular DJ, but, like, man, does he, like, he's built a career and a following and a community and surround himself with people that he just gets to have fun with.
Yeah.
And I look up to people like that.
I mean, he's been around for a long time. Armin Van Helden too. Like, you just have to respect.
You have to respect it.
Like,
dude.
you're still getting paid to play music over like a 30-year period. That's unbelievable.
Look at freaking Carl Cox. Like, people like that. Like, it's just truly unbelievable. Like, you see his biography right there. I've been reading his biography.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh yes, oh yes. So he built his name. He used to rent his speakers out to people who like were throwing raves, raves in the UK. And like this was before like they would go out to the middle of nowhere in the UK and throw raves, and he would book himself as the opener basically. Like that was his deal. So he was like basically building the culture of like UK raves and the sound and all these DJs, and he's just talking about like what it was like to really just build it up. And like nowadays, you'll get a Serato controller for Christmas when you're 14 and you start DJing, like it's no big deal. Like you would never understand what it was like to drive around and buy records and carry those around. And even like, you know, I've still had it pretty good, but
one of my first dance music, like big dance music experiences was, there was a tour, I think it was called the Area 1 tour, and Moby put it on.
Yeah. Legend.
And,
legend.
This would have been like early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And it was up here, something pavilion. I don't remember what it was called back then, but it was an amphitheater pavilion. And so it was like the Roots and people like that were on the main stage, but then like it was the Rave Tent and Carl Cox,
nice,
Paul Oakenfold,
wow,
the Orb. I don't know if you remember them. They used to be big, but like I never was into their music, but they played. But yeah, Carl Cox, he crushed it. He's just so dynamic on stage.
Yeah, he's so
it's
awesome.
so infectious, and he still is that. But I remember him. Oh yes,
Yeah, I know.
He's just
he's having so much fun, dude.
He's legendary.
He's like late 60s now. Like he's still touring too.
And then I'll never forget when Oakenfold he played, and he played this record, and I was like, "What is this?" And it was PPK Resurrection.
Oh wow!
But this is before it was released.
Yeah.
I remember there was another guy from Zions that I went to the event with, and we looked at it like, "What is this? This song is crazy."
Yeah.
And then it came out later, like PPK Resurrection, like dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So man, that's forever ago. But Chicago. Carl Cox, let's go, baby.
Chicago.
Carl Cox. Chicago.
Yes, Chicago. How you doing?
He's great, bro.
He's great, dude.
So good.
Guys like that, like you just gotta respect the authenticity, and I think also one thing I recommend to people is like behind the scenes, these guys are really, really good people to the people of the industry.
A lot of them are. Some people are terrible.
Yeah, some people are terrible, but like to the staff,
but you can't be. Carl Cox, like. He's always super joyful.
Exactly.
And you can't have a career as long as he's had and done what he's done if you're a punk.
Dude, there's a lot of punks.
I mean, yeah, that's something else for like all the up-and-coming artists out there.
Yeah.
A real bit of advice to make your career way better. Be really easy to work with.
Yep.
And people will pass you by other people because you are easy to work with and you're a joyful person to work with and you're grateful. And you do what you're supposed to do. Like if you do that, like we were talking earlier about openers. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go into too many stories. I don't want to put you on blast. But like for these shows, I don't need openers.
Nah,
technically I don't. Because like they're not like people aren't going to add ticket sales to the show in general.
Right.
But so I could pick anybody almost. And when I do, I'm like, okay, who can actually set up the room well?
Yeah.
And there have been some times on shows as Rave Jesus where people either play my records or play other records like, whoa, you can't do this. One. And immediately you're like, okay, I just won't have you back. And it's a bummer that like it's that quick of a leash of like, but it's this thing true. Of like, and if you send me 47 messages about your opening slot. And this, you're like,
how many questions?
You're like I'm getting to the point now where like this is a burden to have you on the show rather than it is like a benefit. And so just these little things that I think maybe it's different now, but if you're working with promoters or other artists that are having on the show, like just be as easy to work with as possible, and it will help you so much. Because when someone has leverage and they're the ones that like make the whole thing happen, all they want at that point is. I want people that are enjoyable to work with to be a part of this.
100%. No, I completely agree. I do a ton of talent buying and programming here, and there are so many people that like are clawing and begging to like get any slot they possibly can. Then it comes with a million questions, and I'm like, listen, man, you're playing like 3 a.m. to 3:45 a.m. Like what? All these questions are just completely erroneous, and you're asking me things that don't matter.
I need 10 guest list spots. I need this. Like, no, actually, you don't.
What about my rider? Can I get a rider? I'm like, a rider?
Yeah.
They go, well, I'm looping in my manager. I go, what is this, your second gig? You got a manager? Like, no. I'm not booking you again if I have to talk to 4 people.
I mean, speaking of managers, I think it's actually super important for artists to not have a manager for a while.
Agreed.
So you can learn the different areas of the industry and learn what the conversations are like,
and learn what you want to look for in those people,
and learn what it's like to, have those conversations. Just the more you can understand of the world, the better you're set up for success down the road.
Absolutely, dude.
But it's funny how people I got a message somewhat recently, like, me and my team, and I'm like,
oh God,
like your team, like what are they a team of? Like what?
My team.
But people it sounds cool,
I guess.
Also, like, why are you paying people when you're not making much money?
No, I know.
But anyway, I could talk about this topic forever.
I could talk about that topic for literally forever.
It's wild to me how many people There's no manager for Rave Jesus. It's me.
They think if I have a manager that things will come out of that, but all it does is complicate.
But they don't have anything to
growth.
manage.
Exactly.
That's why it's called a manager.
People don't get that, though. They're like, I got a manager. I'm working on getting an agent. I'm like, go back. You can't sell 5 tickets. What does an agent want with you?
An agents will not put their neck on the line for an artist who will not deliver, because then those promoters are frustrated with that agent. Yep. And so going back to what I was saying the whole podcast, if you can get people to buy tickets to your show, everybody will care about you, from managers to agents and everything. And it's all in your hands to make that possible.
That's right.
It's all there. That's why we're doing it, Sherm.
That's why we're doing it, Topher.
Because you and I both made the choice of we're going to keep showing up. We're going to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Telling people.
You've done like 4 million episodes of your podcast. You've been DJing for like 90 years. I've been DJing for like 400 years. And here we are, still doing it. Carl Cox is a baby compared to us.
Exactly.
So,
we'll end on that, man, because
we're getting unhinged here.
We're getting unhinged. Yeah, I'm gonna cut us off before the old men start barking at you and saying,
before I say anything too cancelable.
Get off my lawn right now, you younger DJs. No, we love the younger DJs. I love we need you guys, but there is a right and wrong way to go about it.
Dance music, bro. Dance music's the coolest thing ever.
It's the best.
I love it.
Best job.
I absolutely freaking love it. And yeah. What a cool world of music, and what a blessing it is to be a part of it, to get to make music and travel around the world and like meet people. Like, man, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
And we get to do it.
It's the greatest thing ever. I know. I'm so happy that
I'm so glad I was born like when I was like be a part for this era of music.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because if I was born like the 70s, I would have no music career whatsoever.
No, for sure. No, I was told to play the French horn in 5th and 6th grade because they were out of saxophones because my last name begins with an S. So that was all the musical experience I had. Only thing I have to show for that is bruises on my knee from the case.
Oh, you played the French horn?
I did, second chair. You would never know, though. You would never know.
When did we get in the French horn house track?
Yeah. I don't think I could get back into it,
come on.
bro.
You got to do it.
I could do it. Look, you put your hand in there like this. That mouthpiece, tough mouthpiece, dude. You gotta work on those cheek muscles. That's the only thing I can do. A D.
I love this. I had no idea. I learned something new about you today.
Yeah, you did.
French horn shirt. I'm going to change you my phone.
If
French
you made
horn
it to
shirt.
the end of this episode, French horn shirt.
First off, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Congratulations.
You made it.
And you found out. I should say, make sure you stick around to the end of the episode for an interesting fact. I'll start the episode like this. Make sure to stick around at the end of the episode to find out something about
you used to play the French horn? And then it cuts into the podcast.
That'll get people to watch.
You're like, what?
That's a good hook.
Oh my gosh.
You used to play the French horn?
I don't know why I find this so funny, but I do.
I love it.
I love it.
Glad you do.
All right, I got to get going here soon because I got to go to the show.
Yeah, let's do it.